Hi, lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is doing good. Thank you so much for stopping by. We have yet another reaction video. We're going to be checking out They Are Not Coming Anymore, Americans' Hidden Tourist Crisis 2025. Without further talking, let's check this out real quick.
The U.S. is tracking a big drop in tourism from around the world. Take a look at this. Travel from Canada and Mexico was down double digits in March. We're also seeing fewer visitors from Western Europe, Central and South Asia, South America, I should say.
Here in New York, tourism is also being hit big time, once again driven by negative sentiment toward the USA.
Stunning images of near-empty passenger planes are popping up on social media. These international flights have many tourists flying to the USA practically alone. Shauna Massengill flew from London to Chicago. Look, barely anyone on board.
There was nobody there. There was nobody in my row. It was really shocking. I've never been on a flight like that.
Something strange is happening in 2025. For decades, the United States stood tall as the dream destination, the land of skyscrapers, movie stars, and bucket list vacations. But this year, that dream is cracking. Global tourism is changing fast, and for the first time in a generation, the US isn't on the winning side. In the past, travelers came not just for the views, but for what America represented: freedom, innovation, opportunity. But now, concerned, people are second-guessing. They're skipping the Statue of Liberty, avoiding Times Square, choosing other destinations, not because of distance or price, but because something deeper is shifting. In country after country, we're seeing the same pattern: hesitation. Not loud, not dramatic, but steady and growing. Business travel is stalling. Student exchanges are declining. Entire airline routes are quietly disappearing, and the data doesn't lie. In 2025, American tourism is no longer the safe bet it once was. According to the U.S. Travel Association's April snapshot, international visits have dropped significantly across key regions, including Western Europe. What's causing this? It's not one big moment. It's a combination of many. Let's talk about trust. Across Europe and Asia, travelers report rising concerns about U.S. immigration, long border waits, aggressive questioning, even racial profiling. National headlines are filled with stories of detentions and visa denials, even for professionals and students. These aren't rumors. They're real events, documented, shared, and amplified. In Germany, the government officially updated its travel guidance after several German citizens, including students, were detained at American airports. According to Reuters, the German Foreign Ministry stated that even a valid visa no longer guarantees entry into the U.S. In Japan, NHK, the national broadcaster, covered multiple incidents of engineers and tourists being held for hours by U.S. customs officers, fueling frustration among businesses and universities. And in Australia, SmartTraveller, the government's travel advisory service, issued multiple warnings about inconsistent airport security and increased scrutiny at U.S. borders. Meanwhile, Flight Centre, the country's largest travel agency, reported a 16% drop in U.S. bookings while travel to Japan and New Zealand surged. On social media, Australians share stories of invasive phone checks, long delays, and general unease.
I was questioned by one of the officers, and then shortly after, my mother and I were taken into a room. We were held there for quite some time before my mum was released, and then I was unfortunately remaining behind for further interrogation, and then that was about a 4 to 5 hour ordeal before I was taken to the federal detention center.
News.com.au ran a widely shared article describing first-hand accounts of travelers being ordered to unlock their phones or face immediate deportation. This isn't just about tourism anymore. It's about identity, values, reputation. For many international travelers, America once symbolized optimism. Now, it often represents uncertainty. And let's not ignore the political elephant in the room: serious tariffs, trade tensions, diplomatic friction. These don't just impact policy, they ripple down to everyday travelers. Flights get cut, insurance premiums rise, confidence in the travel experience falters. And the response has been swift. In Canada, the country's closest neighbor, Forbes reported that in April alone, air travel to the U.S. from Canada dropped nearly 20%, while land border crossings fell over 35%. Canadian media and forums are filled with discussions urging travelers to skip the States and spend their money elsewhere. Global news highlighted a growing trend: Canadians canceling Florida vacations and buying properties in Portugal or Mexico instead. Realistic airlines are responding too. Air Canada has reduced routes to U.S. cities and increased flights to Latin America and Europe. The truth is, the world still wants to believe in the US. The culture, the music, the technology, it's still admired, but concerned. But in 2025, admiration isn't enough. What people want now is respect, safety, and consistency. In France, Le Monde published a front-page piece suggesting that America has lost its romantic image. French travel agencies report double-digit declines in US bookings, with many travelers now opting for Spain, Greece, or Quebec. The French no longer view the US as a guaranteed ally. Polls show that over 70% of French citizens now hold unfavorable views of American leadership. Can this trend reverse? Absolutely. But it's going to take work, and not just flashy advertising campaigns. It will require reforming how America treats foreign visitors. That means clearer border policies, cultural sensitivity training, and deeper cooperation with foreign consulates. Because tourism isn't just economics, it's diplomacy, it's storytelling, it's how people relate to a place before they ever step foot in it. And when visitors stop coming, it's not just lost money, it's lost trust, lost relationships. If America wants to remain a beacon of inspiration, it must repair more than runways. It must repair its image. Maybe that starts with empathy, with realizing that every traveler, every passport carries a story and deserves dignity. What do you think? Is the US still the dream destination it once was? Or are we witnessing a quiet unraveling of something much bigger? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this report insightful, hit like, subscribe, and share. Because understanding the shift in global tourism isn't just about where we're going, it's about where we feel welcome. In 2025, that welcome is starting to fade, and rebuilding it begins now.
This video, I don't know what word to use to describe it. Now, traveling as an innocent tourist, I wouldn't want to be detained for hours and searched and be treated like a criminal. Like, we have been watching like news, so many people have posted it on social media. So you will see where somebody will travel to the US and then they will be detained, searched, and sometimes they even return you back after so many hours and after so many frustrations. I wouldn't want to be treated like that as a tourist. So obviously I am going to choose a different destination. I'm traveling with my money, my time, and I want to enjoy myself. I wouldn't want to go to a country whereby we're treated like someone who is not wanted and then to go there and spend my money. No, I'll look for a better and a secured, safe, more country where I'll be treated with respect, and like I'll have my time, I'll have fun, I'll enjoy myself, I will learn more of their culture in peace, not the one that I'll be walking on the street and then maybe they'll just come and snatch me off. Maybe my bag is somewhere or my passport is somewhere, I'll be deported. I wouldn't want to experience that. So I don't blame people who have decided that, you know what, I'd rather go to a different country than going to America. You could see this 2025 has not been easy with the border control, with the immigrations, and the likes of that in the US. Love what they said in this video, that the world still admires their music, their culture, and technology. But this is 2025. Admiration is not enough. We want respect, we want safety, and we want consistency. This is actually not a short-term problem. If you ask me, the trust is already lost. It will take another decade to build that trust. You have to let people know that we are coming to the US. We will not be that thoroughly searched, detained, and treated as though they don't like the look of you. You know, it's going to take a lot of time. The amount of people canceling their trip to the US is really alarming. Like, the government should please look into that and do something about that. America is the land of the freedom, yeah? It's not like you cannot be free when you go to America. That's what their motto or whatever it is stand for, land of the free, you know, freedom. If someone should go to that place and it's not free, it's not good. Now, so many people, I've read on social media, so many people, thousands of people are canceling their trip to the US. That is not good. I love the conclusion of this video. What he said in the conclusion is really is a deep truth. Like I said in the beginning of this video, as a tourist, I wouldn't want to be treated like a criminal. So I think the American government should do something about this tourism before it gets out of hand. If this is your first time, I do want to click on the subscribe button before stepping out. Thank you so much for stopping by. I will see you in my next video. Bye.